the quick tutorials while sitting and waiting outside my daughter's school for her to finish continues. I've had a problem recently trying to shoot video at 30 frames per second in 4K at a very long focal length during the day at the beach. So the problem is when you use a variable ND filter, it has some horrible optical effects and your image gets not just less sharp, it gets blurry. It's really, really impossible to work with. So I did some research, and what I found is if you're using long focal lengths and you can't get a hold of a fixed ND filter, then you're going to have to do what I did and just really pump up the shutter speed in multiples of whatever frame rate. So like I had this thing open at closed down to f22. I had it on the lowest ISO I could for f-log, which was 800. And I had to get the shutter speed up to 1/240th of a second, which is like 6 times more than I needed it to be. Lies, 4 times more than I needed it to be, because it would have needed to be 1/60th, because I was shooting in 30 frames per second. The point is, I found my solution. I found one of my old rectangular Koken filters, and that is a ND8, and it's a fixed neutral density filter. And at 400 mils, it seems to be working fine. So yeah, if you are doing video and you are trying to limit the light input and you are shooting at a long focal length, consider that. Do not get a variable ND filter, get a fixed ND filter. So just for the record, ND8 seems to work pretty well for 30 frames per second. It'll work fine for 60 frames per second as well. And yeah, that's at 800 to 1000 ISO.